in the 2-minute situation from Derek Carr that set up a touchdown with not a lot of time left on the clock. So, if you get into a 2-minute scenario, there's a guy on the field that I know that, Jake Haener, some of these guys feel really comfortable going to in those scenarios.
Now, Jeff, what about, I know it'd be still running back by committee, and I think you would agree with this, Jamal Williams, he has to prove to the coaches or show up and really, get the coaches' attention as far as, okay, we got Alvin Kamara, because, every NFL team, you still have a 1-2 punch. Even though you got Alvin Kamara, you got Christian McCaffrey, they still have to have that guy coming off the bench. So I think this is most important. Now, Kendrick Miller, we all know, out of sight, out of mind, dealing with the injuries that he's dealt with. But Jamal Williams, I think even more than Jordan Mims, because even if Jordan Mims plays well, it's not like we're counting on him to be that number 2 guy behind Alvin Kamara. I just don't view that. But Jamal Williams, come on, dude. We brought you over from Detroit. We paid you. Well, you need to be that 1-2 punch with Kamara, especially since Kendrick Miller, the high draft pick's not been working out.
Yeah, we see Alvin out here. He's been on the field, but he's not in uniform. So there will be no Alvin Kamara in this game. It will be Jamal. It will be Jordan Mims and Jacob Kabodi. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Taysom get involved in the run game. We didn't really see that last week. They might run some basic Taysom QB sets and get him involved that way. But no, I think Jamal, what I want to see from Jamal is just the physicality, right? I want to see him be able to get downhill, run through some guys. And we have seen that a decent bit in this camp. He's been running a little angry. I don't know if it's because he misses his cats or whatever. But, he just seems like a guy that is in that frame of mind that I need him to be in, which is get these ugly yards. He's not going to be that finesse runner. He's not going to be the guy that, makes someone miss. I want him to be the guy that runs over a guy in the hole. And we saw him do that a little bit in the first preseason game. We've seen him do that as much as you can in practice. But, yeah, these are those moments where I want to see that kind of physicality, that toughness from him, because those are the type of yards. I want the hard yards from Jamal, and that'll take some of the pressure off Alvin to, take 10 runs a game up the middle, bang his head into a wall. It's not what I want to see. So I agree with you. I want to see a little bit out of Jamal to prove that he deserves that role. That you're not just going to hand it to him because he's the only guy that makes sense to give it to him.
Jeff, have a great call on the game and be seeing you back in Louisiana soon.
Sounds good, y'all. Thanks.
All right, Jeff.
That's Saints sideline reporter Jeff Nowak. Hear him, Mike Hoss, Deuce McAllister, and our engineer Robert Carroll taking over right now as we head to kickoff in Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Saints 49ers up next right here on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
That's it for Countdown to Kickoff on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network. Brought to you by Rouse's Markets. Shop Rouse's, the official supermarket of the Saints. Saints fans, stick around. We're gearing up for today's exciting Saints game action on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Conecuh Sausage has been around for over 75 years, making their great-tasting hickory smoked sausage. And now, a new proud partner of the New Orleans Saints, Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and a fan favorite for tailgate. It's made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasoning, and smoked over a pure hickory fire. For that true Southern flavor. Enjoy Conecuh hickory smoked sausage in the Superdome or at home while watching the Saints, and make Conecuh a part of your game day tradition. Conecuh Sausage, a real winner since 1947. Visit ConecuhSausage.com for store locator and recipes.
Unbeatable mileage from Chevron with Techron unlocks all kinds of unbeatable trips, like to family dinner the next town over, or to a family wedding the next town over, or even to a family reunion over the river and through the woods at Grandma's house. Any drive is worth it to see Grandma, especially when you can stop along the way for unbeatable cleaning power from Chevron with Techron. Your engine will be thanking you for making the trip. Download the Chevron app now and find unbeatable mileage near you.
Finding the perfect way to say, "Will you marry me?" Hard. Finding a diamond engagement ring that will leave her speechless? Easy. Just head over to Oakwin Hart Jewelers. Our dedicated staff will help you choose an engagement ring that is truly one of a kind. And here's the thing that surprises everyone. Oakwin Hart's exquisite handcrafted diamond engagement rings designed by our award-winning master craftsmen can actually cost you less. There's a great work of art in every box from Oakwin Hart. on Metairie Road.
Saints fans, let's take a 30-second time out for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Picture sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So head east for the ultimate time out from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches, all waiting for you in Pensacola. Sundays with the Saints and any day with your toes in the sand, that's the way to beach. Plan your getaway at visitpensacola.com.
He was up in the press box last week, and apparently he's going to be up in the press box again. I don't know what he did. He was the passing coordinator, so I'm sure he was down on the field. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, no, one of the players, Udo, one of the offensive linemen, played a little guard and played tackle. He went into the locker room during the national anthem there, and so I don't know what he's dealing with. Wow. He wasn't with one of the trainers, and so hopefully it's maybe an equipment issue.
And Dallin Holker, right? That was during warm-ups,
Holker
right?
got hurt during warm-ups, and I saw him going because the Saints locker room is right here, or at least where they come out beneath us. But he was going into where the San Francisco 49ers locker room is like, that's hot. And then when you normally see him walking with doctors and trainers, that's something. And so he kind of tweaked his ankle during warm-ups, pre-warm-ups, so he's not going to go today.
Cal Berkeley's Cam Jordan walking with Taysom Hill, Chris Olave, and Chase Young, former 49er from last year, middle of the field, where Carl Sheffers, the referee tonight, he is an anteater. Cal Irvine, he will be our head referee tonight. The Saints in white will make the call.
All tails. It is heads. San Francisco's won the clock, and they will receive the ball. Good luck, gentlemen.
So the Saints won the toss last week in Arizona. They took the football. This time, they do not win the toss. The Niners will get it first. The Saints will get it first to start the third. And now Ali Udo coming back on the field. And, for big old cat, offensive lineman, running pretty good. So that's good news.
Yeah, hopefully it was just some equipment issue. But like I said, he went in during the national anthem, had to go into the locker room, and he came right back out. So that's obviously a pretty good sign for him. And this would be, I guess, into the wind where the Saints are kicking.
It's funny because if you look at the top of the building, it would be with the wind, but sometimes it swirls, and at the bottom where the goalposts are, it can be somewhat against. But if you look at the top of the building, it is completely behind Blake Grupe. So we'll have to wait and see if that plays any kind of role. The Saints are on the field, have been waiting. They were waiting to get the captains out there. Grupe will be the one to kick it off.
Well, they're going to wait another 35 seconds here before the clock goes down, just because we have to wait on TV.
So back deep for Arizona will be number 38, Cody Schrader, and their wide receiver, number 86, Tay Martin. Tay Martin, for those in Louisiana, will know him, the former Ellender High School Houma native. He had a reception. He led the team with receptions in week one. He had 5 receptions for 58 yards. And the Saints will kick it off with Blake Grupe. 2 back for San Francisco. We are behind the Niners bench, so they'll be kicking left to right. Niners in their red jerseys, their gold pants. The Saints white jerseys, gold helmets, gold pants with the black stripe, as they were in Arizona.
And the ball already has hit the ground as he put it out there. And so we'll see if they bring the 12th man. One guy was starting to run on the field for the Saints.
Headley.
And that was Lou Headley to be able to hold it.
I think you get a couple of tries, and if you feel like it's not going to...
Well, no, since the ref had not blown it,
right,
that count doesn't matter when it fell down.
Kind of like when you tee it up, hit it with your driver a little bit, kind of falls off. Hey, man, you didn't see that.
Give me a mulligan.
Grupe comes to it, boots it away. Middle of the field, taking it about the 3-yard line, is going to be Cody Schrader, left side, up around the 30, across the 30 in front of his Niners bench. So a pretty good return as the Niners moving right to left will start on about their own 32-yard line. Roderick Teamer out of Tulane made the stop.
Yeah, they ran a little cross stunt there. That was Roderick Teamer and Harris that ran it and able to come up with the tackle. And So for the Saints, Granderson, Brian Brzee, Cam Jordan, and who's my other? Nathan Shepard, the defensive tackles.
Brock Purdy will get the start at quarterback. Takes the snap under center, toss to the near side. That's Cody Schrader. Takes it outside the numbers, and he picks up a good yardage there. Cam Jordan on the tackle. Picked up 5. Let's get on to Jeff Nowak for this River Paris disposal. Saints sideline report.
Yeah, guys, something that DA has been very clear about is that no one has jumped out yet to grab that strong safety position next to Tyrann Mathieu. It's something that we've been talking about all camp today. Looks like Will Harris is getting the first shot at that.
Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant in 2022. Since that time, he's 21-6, and that includes the playoffs. Anything but irrelevant. I formation, play action. Purdy, middle of the pocket, gets a little pressure, throws it complete to the near side to his tight end, Braden Willis, who was caught by the ankle by DeMarco Jackson. Jackson with the tackle there.
Yeah, that's one of the things Saints have been in their base defense. DeMarco Jackson is normally all over the field, but the one thing that he didn't do well last week was really cover the tight ends. They weren't able to make completions on him, but both times the tight ends got behind him. And even on that first play, they forced the Saints to try to stop the run, and backside defensive tackles, they got to get there, and they did not. And so get a first down on the first 2 plays from the 49ers.
Cody Schrader is the lone deep back. Under center is Purdy. Takes the snap, toss to the outside right side. Schrader has it, but he is strung out. Alontae Taylor and DeMarco Jackson just kept pushing him to the far side, and he ran out of room.
Yeah, that's an outstanding play by Alontae Taylor. He's the force guy right there. You see Willie Gay kind of try to go up underneath it. He can't run it down, but just looking at that Rouse's Market Gumbotron, really nice job there by Alontae Taylor, not allowing that tackle to be able to get him on the edge. And then, like you talked about, you see the speed right there for DeMarco Jackson.
Give it a loss of a yard, so 2nd and 11. The Niners moving right to left of their own 41-yard line. Purdy now shotgun, nobody with him. Looks to throw, now throws out of bounds to his bench. Nobody open. Looking at Schrader on the near sideline, but that was just throwing it away.
Yeah, he was trying to go to Schrader. A nice job by Alontae Taylor. He had the inside slot guy, but he kept working outside because on the edge, that's who he was going to pick up. And Schrader, the running back from Missouri, who had a really, really strong year for Missouri, getting the start because you don't have McCaffrey.
So the Saints will be in dime formation here on this 3rd and 11. First drive for San Francisco. Purdy will be out of the shotgun, has Schrader to his right, 3 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. Looking, there's some pressure, hit as he throws the ball up and incomplete. Good pressure. Brian Brzee is the one who put the pressure on, and he hit Purdy as he let it go.
Yeah, Chase Young and Brian Brzee run a stunt, and right there, if Kool-Aid can get his footing, you see he's down there messing with his shoes, and I don't know if he got banged up a little bit, but if he can get his footing, Kool-Aid McKinstry, he's going to run off the field. He's jogging slowly, and I don't know if he got hit by the knee, but if he could see that football, he's got a shot to make that interception. And Jeff, maybe give us something on him because he's going to go over there by the trainer. He got hit by the knee or something.
The punt by Percy Harvin is away to the far side. Cedric Wilson takes it far side inside of his own 10. Back across the 15, hit hard as he gets to about the 18-yard line. That's George Odom. The Saints will have the football. 12:47 to play here in the first quarter for the first time. Back after this on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Pelicans fans, it's time to get your tickets for the 2024-25 NBA season. Full season plans, partial plans like our 12-game weekend plan, and single-game tickets for all of the Pelicans can't-miss matchups, including the Emirates NBA Cup games, are on sale now. Come join us for all the excitement in the Smoothie King Center, where the best fans in the NBA create an incredible experience at every single game. Purchase your tickets now at Pelicans.com.
If you're away from home and need routine medical care, use the United Health Passport benefit from People's Health. You'll pay your usual copay for in-network care. No referrals necessary. And remember, you're always covered for emergency and urgent care worldwide. To learn more, call 1-855-633-4207. Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal.
Hey, it's me, Gus the Gopher for Atmos Energy. I dig all around the yard. Occasionally, I bump into a utility line and get a headache. But if you hit one with your shovel, backhoe, or ditch digger, you could cause a gas leak, disrupt service, or worse. So call 811 at least 3 business days before you or someone else digs in your yard to have those underground utility-owned lines marked. It's free and it's the law. You dig what I'm saying? For more on safe digging, visit atmosenergy.com/811.
Football and Miller Lite, New Orleans' greatest pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going way past postgame. Sunday night overtimes followed by Monday morning swagger. Knocking on bar tops for luck. Kicking back on any given Sunday. You never forget the way some things taste. Saints football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Like what you heard on WWL? Check out the podcasts at WWL.com.
Let's get down to Jeff Nowak for this River Parish Disposal Saints sideline report.
Yeah, guys, as you mentioned on that last play, Kool-Aid looks like he undercut the receiver, got a little contact, limped off the field, went to the bench immediately, then worked his way into the blue injury tent. Still has not emerged, so that'll be one to watch.
Thank you, Jeff. Derek Carr under center. Was I formation. Taysom Hill now comes to the right, and false start. Foster Morrow on play number 1. The Saints with 9 penalties last week.
False start. Number 87.
Arizona.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's a kick in the gut.
Well, you're a veteran. I mean, you can't have that, and then it's not loud. And you know it's the motion. And, one thing that you want to see, obviously, you've got Lendy Young at the left tackle and Trevor Penning. How do they play Taysom Hill? Taysom was at the fullback now. He comes out of the game. Well, no, he's at the tailback now, and so you want to see how they play him. So technically, Taysom at tailback, and it was at fullback to play before.
1st and 15, and he gets the handoff, middle of the field. Across the 15, up near the 20-yard line. Taysom Hill will be about 7 yards short of the first down as he's the halfback in that I formation with Prentice in front of him. Nice game for 8.
Yeah, lead draw for him. And so you'll see him line up all over the field. A nice job of just being able to let those rushers get up the field. You talk about Leonard Floyd being one of the ones he's lined up on over on the same side as Landon Young. And so let those guys get up the field and just be able to get some of those yardage back.
2nd and 7. Carr rolls to his right, looks, throws to the near side, caught by Chris Olave. Looks like he got both feet in bounds. He did at about the 23-yard line. They need to get to the 27-yard line for a first down, so 3 yards. Curtis Robinson on the tackle.
And I really like the job of moving the pocket right here. You get Taysom that cuts the defensive end, and nice job of being able to get it out to the edge. And you've got Chris, and now you're in a 3 yards, 4 yards.
Yep, 3rd and 4.
And now they're going to challenge it. I don't think that they're going to say he got both feet inbounds, and we're talking about 3 yards here. What are we doing?
3 yards in the first quarter.
Man, first quarter, Shanahan's going to challenge it. I don't think he's saying that he had possession and both feet inbounds, and so we will get to look at it again. He secured it. He drug it. That's a catch.
San Francisco is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. We'll review the play.
And we will take a break as they do so. Back after this scoreless contest, first quarter on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Bobby Hebert, KG Cannon here. It's Rouse's Markets Truckload Sale. USDA Grade A boneless, skinless chicken breasts are $1.96 a pound. Save $2.53 a pound. Get a 3-pound bag of U.S. #1 Mountain King russet potatoes for $1.49. And a 3-pound bag of U.S. #1 yellow onions for $1.99. Baby back pork ribs are $1.97 a pound. Save $3.02 a pound. And fresh California grown yellow peaches or nectarines are $1.47 a pound. Save $2.52 a pound during the truckload sale at Rouse's Market.
A strong power game is the key to winning on the field and off it. With available Pro Power onboard, the Ford F-150 acts as a mobile generator to keep your job site running on the workday and your tailgate rolling on game day. No wonder Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck 47 years straight. Ford F-150 and your Southern Quality Ford dealer. Official truck of the New Orleans Saints. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions.
Ready to jumpstart your career? Goodwill Technical College is now enrolling, and this is your chance to build a brighter future. We've got the programs that will take you from the classroom to the career of your dreams.
I'm on my way to success, thanks to Goodwill Technical.
Financial aid and scholarships are available, as well as child care and transportation, so nothing's holding you back. Classes are filling up fast. Don't wait. Enroll today at Goodwill Technical College and start your journey to a better tomorrow. Visit goodwilltech.edu or call now to secure your spot.
Saints fans, let's take a 30-second time out for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Picture sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So head east for the ultimate time out from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches, all waiting for you in Pensacola. Sundays with the Saints and any day with your toes in the sand, that's the way to beach. Plan your getaway at visitpensacola.com.
Entergy New Orleans is strengthening our power grid. From the CBD to New Orleans East, Uptown to Bywater. Our blueprint covers the city with hundreds of projects. We're investing in and reinforcing infrastructure now to prepare for stronger storms to come and to reduce outages and the cost of storm damages. We're making stronger connections in every community because together we power life.
Saints with a 3rd and 4 from their own 23. Carr out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Niners bring 4. He looks now, scrambles, throws it off to Jamal Williams. Williams will get stopped at the 25 on the near side, and that will be short of the first down. A little pressure for Carr, got rid of it. Devondre Campbell on the tackle.
Hey, you talk about the pressure. You know, you had opportunity to see something down the field and really nobody open, and you know they took away the crossers underneath and probably would have had to push the ball a little bit further down the field to be able to get a completion. Ended up just checking it down to Jamal, and he can't make the guys miss on the edge, and they're able to rally to the football and make that tackle.
So Lou Headley with his heels on his own 10, kicking to our right, and Jacob Cowing, the 5th-round pick for the Niners, the most recent, and that is going towards the Saints bench and out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot. Went left for Headley. We'll see where they mark it at the 38-yard line of San Francisco. So that's where the Niners will start. A 37-yard punt, no return as it landed in the Saints bench area. And we get a chance here probably after this first play as Cam Jordan comes on. We want to go back down to Jeff, the blue, to see what's happening in the blue tent, but the Niners are back out. Scoreless contest. Brock Purdy remains at quarterback under center. Play action. Naked boot to his left. Now nobody to throw to. Chase Young is right there. Chase Young finally knocks him down as he throws across the field. Shamar John Charles had it in his hands and couldn't bring it down as Purdy threw it across the field.
Yeah, that was a tight end saving an interception. I mean, and you talked about Chase Young being able to be an athlete. He makes this play, but that was one of the tight ends that comes over and be able to knock that football out. That was Eric Suber.
Yep, let's go quickly now to Jeff Nowak with his River Parish Disposal Saints sideline report.
Yeah, guys, Saints personnel have been tending to Kool-Aid McKinstry since he came off the field. There's some clear discomfort in the lower leg area. It looks like he was in the tent, came out, got on the bike. Now he's headed back to the locker room.
Thank you. 2nd and 10 for the Niners as Cody Schrader takes it right up the gut, just across the 40-yard line. So that'll be the tackle by Anthony Orji out of Vandy.
Yeah, nice job here by Chase Young as well, forcing that back inside. And you talked about Anthony Orji being able to step up and make the tackle there. A little power action. Chase Young plays it perfectly. And you see DeQuincy Kool-Aid McKinstry go into the locker room with a little limp. Hopefully he can put a little sleeve on it and he can continue to play.
So 3rd and 8 for the Niners, who did not score on their first possession. Purdy out of the empty backfield, looks to throw, stands in the middle of the pocket. Now he rolls to his right, out of time. Cam Jordan and Granderson in pursuit, and they will knock him out of bounds, and that'll be a sack for Granderson, I believe, as he pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, just really nice job on the back end by that Saints defense. They're not allowing anybody to be able to come free, not the pressure that you wanted from that kind of NASCAR look. You did have 3 defensive ends on the field, and they forced the quarterback outside, but those guys on the back end do an outstanding job of covering. So good job by the Saints defense.
Carl Granderson had a sack last week at Arizona, and he and the Cal product Cam were in pursuit. Now the punt. Saints, Cedric Wilson will let it bounce over his head, takes a Niner bounce inside the 10-yard line, and it will be downed at the 6-yard line. That kick from Presley Harvin, who pretty much punted all of last week, a 46-yard punt, but it comes down inside the 10-yard line, and so the Saints will have their back to the wall as this field is kind of half in shade, half in sun, as we're about 5:26 here in the afternoon.
Yeah, just a nice job of being able to let it hit, and it spun back, and nothing really from the Saints, unless you catch it on the 8, nothing really the Saints could do. He decided to let it, you plant your feet at 8, and if it goes behind you, it goes, but Saints have to get out their own end zone here.
Scoreless contest, first quarter, second possession, Saints. Carr under center, I formation. Jamal Williams gets it left side, running towards the numbers and takes it up around the 10-yard line, so it should be about a pickup of 4 yards. Kevin Givens was on the tackle.
Somebody's got to come out. So now Taysom goes to tailback. Prentice is in at fullback, and 49ers, it looks like they're going to stay. Is that nickel that they're in?
Yes. Second and down and 6, under 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. Carr under center. Taysom now the lone deep back. Taysom gets the handoff, and he is hit in the backfield. Taken down quickly.
Yeah, nickel corner right there, and that's a block that Chris Olave has got to make. Right there, you run a little split zone, and Chris Olave, he's the guy that has to be able to feel it. You talk about how they were going to play Taysom, and you look at it, they bring the fullback into the game, and it's one of the things you ask your receivers to do. They've got to be able to come in and dig some of those safeties and linebackers and corners out, and the time the corner makes the play.
Jair Brown, and now the Saints face a 3rd and 7, backed up at about the 9-yard line. Carr takes it from the shotgun, takes the snap, now looks to the near side. That pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Cedric Wilson. Number 31, Renardo Green, their second-round pick out of Florida State, made the play, and the Saints will be forced to punt, and this will be backed up into their end zone.
Looks like a pretty good football, a little bit maybe behind, but that ball hits him in the hands. Looking at that Rouse's Market Gumbotron, and that ball, he does a nice job of just running that out, and it hits him in the hands and the face mask. That's one that Cedric has to be able to come up with. Really nice job as far as protection by that Saints offensive line, and Jamal Williams being able to help out a little bit, but that ball goes through his hands, hits him in the face mask.
So now Matthew Hayball comes in with punting from his own end zone. Jacob Cowling to our right catches it in the air at the Saints midfield and now takes it towards his bench. So good field position for San Francisco as they will have the football at their own, or should I say at the Saints 41-yard line. We will take a break. Adam Prentice was on the tackle. Scoreless contest. Niners had the football. 8:01 to play here in the first quarter. New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Finding the perfect way to say, "Will you marry me?" Hard. Finding a diamond engagement ring that will leave her speechless? Easy. Just head over to Oakwin Jewelers. Our dedicated staff will help you choose an engagement ring that is truly one of a kind. And here's the thing that surprises everyone. Oakwin Heart's exquisite handcrafted diamond engagement rings designed by our award-winning master craftsmen can actually cost you less. There's a great work of art in every box from Oakwin Heart on Metairie Road.
Conecuh Sausage has been around for over 75 years, making their great-tasting hickory smoked sausage. And now, a new proud partner of the New Orleans Saints, Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and a fan favorite for tailgate. It's made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasoning, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Enjoy Conecuh hickory smoked sausage in the Superdome or at home while watching the Saints, and make Conecuh a part of your game day tradition. Conecuh Sausage, a real winner since 1947. Visit ConecuhSausage.com for store locator and recipes.
CCI Productions is an XL printing, design, fabrication and installation, and finishing company known for their accuracy and precision in branding spaces and events. Let their team of graphic solutions specialists provide you with professional consultation, creative conceptualization, high-quality production, and expert execution. Learn more today at CCIProductions.io. CCI, official partner of the New Orleans Saints.
Looking for a new job or career in the transportation business? Do you or your spouse have truck driving experience? John Fayard Moving and Warehousing, the official moving partner of the New Orleans Saints, is looking for experienced team and solo Class A CDL drivers to join their family-oriented team. Benefits with John Fayard include competitive pay structure, major medical, dental, and vision insurance, recruitment and retention bonus, paid vacation, paid holidays, and more. Don't settle for the rest. Drive for the best. Visit johnfayardwarehouse.com.
Morning Drive with a Smile. Tommy Tucker, weekdays 6 to 10 on WWL.
8:01 to play here in the first quarter. The Niners now have it. 1st and 10. They are at the St. 42 after the 46-yard punt, 13-yard return. So 33 net for Matthew Hayball. They had a 35 net last week when he punted it better, but just kind of outkicked his coverage. So the Niners have it. 1st and 10. For their third possession, Brock Purdy remains in the game under center I formation. Snap, toss to the left side. Chase Young, penetration, and he forces Schrader to the outside and out of bounds in front of his own bench. So Chase Young got into the backfield quickly. Anthony Orji gets the tackle.
Well, that's what happens when you don't block him. I mean, he was able to, he was unblocked, and I mean, he's able, I don't know if they didn't think he would get there. He doesn't technically make the tackle, but I mean, he doesn't allow anybody to be able to get up on those linebackers. And like you talked about, Anthony Orji is able to make it. And so you see Chase Young have an impact on 3 different plays, one on the pass play, another one on the power run, and they're on that run as well.
2nd and 13 after that loss. Ball back to the 45, and Deuce will get to that scoreboard after this play. Purdy takes the snap, does throw to the near side. That is complete to number 82, Eric Saulbert, the tight end. He was knocked out of bounds, again in front of his bench up to, we'll call it the St. 40-yard line. Willie Gay on the tackle, 5 yards.
Yeah, nice job there by Willie. Here's the Saints scoreboard brought to you by Caesars New Orleans. Green Bay 0, Denver 3.
Wait, that's it?
That's all I got for you right now.
I'm teasing.
That's all I got for you right now.
So this will bring up 3rd down and 8. Clock moving, under 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Purdy will be right at the edge of the shadow of this stadium in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Saints bring 4. Now he throws it to the far side. That's incomplete over the head. Will Harris had a shot at it. Again, pressure on Purdy by Brian Brzee and Carl Granderson from the left side.
Yeah, the Saints, they've gone a couple of times with that defense out there as far as NASCAR packages. And right now, the Saints defenders, I know you don't have Adebo and you don't have Lattimore, but I mean, they are running the routes for the receivers for the 49ers. And at time, you talk about the top guy being Alontae Taylor, and he does an outstanding job. And even though the Saints are losing the field position right now, battle, the offense has been buried on their side of the field. Their defense has saved them.
And so now Presley Harvin, the 3rd, will come in. 4th-year man out of Georgia Tech. He pooches it away, and Cedric Wilson retreats back to his 5, lets it bounce, and inside the 5, Cedric Wilson, it's recovered by the Niners, so the Saints will be backed up again. Chase Lucas, number 26, and he's put some good spin on that sandwich. 35 yards on the punt, and Saints at the 5.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do right there on that one. I mean, you put the heels at 8, and I don't really want to go back, and the kicker has control of it right now, and he's winning the game. And if I'm the Saints offensively, I'm throwing one vertical. I am getting up the seam. I am trying to get some yardage just so I can flip this field. I mean, all of your possessions, you've been backed up outside of, one earlier where it was, you probably had, 10 more yards, but really you have been backed up. I am throwing something vertical to try to see if I can flip this field.
1st and 10 at the 5. Saints in white jerseys, gold pants. Carr back to throw. Middle of the pocket, standing in the end zone. Now throws it to the near side, complete to Foster Morrow. Keeps his feet in bounds as he takes it up across the 10. Call it the 11.5, maybe 12-yard line as Foster Morrow makes the catch.
That was the look for the vertical throw. Now, San Francisco, wasn't it? Well, yeah, San Francisco did a good job of covering it, but that's exactly what they were looking for, something down the field to kind of flip that field.
Morrow picks up 7 yards. Gets him into much better situation from a 1st down. Clock will be at 6 minutes when we take this snap. 2nd and 3. Saints moving left to right, I formation. Taysom's been the tailback. Now he's the up back for Jamal Williams. Carr under center, takes the snap. Williams gets it, right side, room to run. 15, 20, still on his feet, 25 to the near side, and finally knocked down at about the 27-yard line by Ronaldo Green, the rookie second-round draft pick.
Yeah, looking at that Rouse's Market Gumbotron, that's a really nice job, talking about Taysom leading, but the combo block by Cesar Ruiz as well as Eric McCoy. Trevor Penning does an outstanding job of turning that defensive end out, but the combo block there by Cesar Ruiz and Trevor McCoy, and then Taysom being able to lead up, really gave Jamal the room that he needed.
And that's the Saints' first down as they're keep moving. Now Taysom Hill left side, room to run as well, 30, 35, up around the 38-yard line, and that should be a first down for Taysom, and it is between the numbers of the hash mark, brought down by Tracy Walker out of UL Lafayette, but after the 15-yard run by Jamal, Taysom follows it up with 11 yards.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the same play, except I'm going to flip the side and give you different personnel, and it's going to be a lead again, this time with Adam Prentice doing the job, and you talk about that left side of the offensive line, Lucas Patrick and Landon Young being able to give you what you need to be able to give the room for Taysom Hill to run.
So the Saints well out of the end zone shadow, now up to their own 38. Jamal Williams was the lone back. Now he goes in motion, and Carr to throw, middle of the pocket, looking across the middle, complete to Chris Olave, into Niners territory, down to about the 41-yard line on the left side, right about the number 40. Bernardo Green again on the tackle.
Yeah, what's interesting here when you go and look at it, you have a zero or a nose right there, and so Eric has to handle that by itself. You had the motion with the back out of the backfield to remove that linebacker, and once he's removed, then I know that the middle of the field is going to be open, and you see Chris Olave on that skinny post that Derek Carr was able to hit.
So Jamal Williams 15, Taysom Hill 11, Chris Olave 19 yards on that, and the Saints have it. 1st and 10 at San Francisco's 43. Toss to the outside, Jamal Williams, but he is brought down quickly by the linebacker Curtis Robinson, and that will be a loss.
Yeah, he's got to get inside of that block. Taysom cut him. He's got to be able to put his foot into the ground. That was Adam Prentice that actually cut it. No, it was Taysom that cut him. He's got to be able to put his foot down and cut inside of that block. It's a New Orleans Saints tradition. Turn down the sound of your TV, pause your DVR, and sync up Saints radio. Sunday at 1 p.m. when the Saints close out the preseason against the Tennessee Titans at the Caesars Superdome. Turn up the Saints Radio Network.
2nd and 13. Carr takes the snap. Inside handoff, Jordan Mims. Jordan Mims avoids one as he keeps it right on the right hash mark up to around the original line of scrimmage. Devondre Campbell is there. He picked up 3. So 3rd down and long, 10 yards for the Saints coming up.
Yeah, just a little inside handoff there to Mims, trying to get some yardage back after the lost yardage here. Normally you talk about being able to run a screen, or be interested to see if you get any pressure here from San Francisco. The Saints need to be able to push this ball down the field.
3rd and 10 from San Francisco 43. Carr has 2 receivers to the top of the formation, 2 to the left, alone in the middle of the pocket. Now throws it across the middle. That ball is caught by Cedric Wilson, kind of bobbled it a little bit, but went to the ground, made the completion inside of the 40-yard line, picked up 5. Demetrius Flanagan falls on the tackle.
And right now, the Saints are going to leave that offense out there on the field. Normally, it's a hard count situation. You get anybody, obviously, to jump, then you go. San Francisco late running players off the field.
So the Saints with a 4th and 5 from San Francisco 38, moving left to right here in the first quarter. Scoreless contest, 2 minutes to play. Carr takes the snap, middle of the pocket, throws to the near sideline. That is complete as Bub Means, the rookie, makes his first catch for the Saints in an NFL game preseason, and Samuel Womack on the tackle, but Means picked up 7.
Yeah, really nice job here by Carr getting it out of his hand because your left tackle got beat. That being Landon Young, an inside move forced Carr to have to throw it probably a little early, but he was going right there underneath to Bud Means, draft pick, being able to make a play for you, catching the football and advancing it on.
Saints keep this drive going. It began at their own 5-yard line, and now the I formation. Taysom's the up back, toss left side, room to run. Jamal Williams has it outside the numbers, inside the 30, 25. Finally brought down in front of the Saints bench. Boy, as soon as Jamal got the football, he saw Taysom in front, and he had a pulling guard. Room to run there.
Yeah, you got a San Francisco player down, and it was actually your tight end that blocked him, and I don't know if his leg just got caught in the ground or what, but that was Foster Morrow that came up with the block and injured 49er down.
We will check on the injured 49er. We will take a break in the first quarter. Scoreless contest. Saints have the football. Back after this on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Ball On the snap, the quarterback fakes a throw left, hands off right.
Power outages in New Orleans have become as common as wearing black and gold on Sundays. But with Craig's Electrical and Generator Service, you never have to miss a minute of the game due to a power outage. Craig has generators starting at just $149 a month with a 10-year warranty. When the power goes, Craig's comes on, so you never miss a minute of your game.
More Monday Night Football after these words from our sponsor.
Craig's Electrical and Generator Service. Visit Craig'sElectrical.com.
Saints fans, Cam Jordan here. Get ready for game day at the Saints VIP tailgate brought to you by BullseyeEventGroup.com. The VIP tailgate is 3 hours prior to kickoff before every Saints home game next to the Superdome at Benson Tower. Bullseye Events Group's Saints VIP tailgate is open to all ages, features a premium buffet by Food Network chef Aaron May, and a premium open bar for 3 hours. Start Saints game day the right way. Get your Saints VIP tailgate tickets today at BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Chevron with Techron has unbeatable engine cleaning power, and it gives you unbeatable mileage for all kinds of unbeatable destinations, like time in the sun at the beach, or time in the sun riding roller coasters, or a day in the sun hiking mountains. Well, probably just one mountain would be enough for a day, but hiking a mountain is still an unbeatable choice for how to spend time. Download the Chevron app now to get unbeatable mileage at locations near you.
Football is a contact sport, but so is business. That's why you need the team at Marsh McLennan Agency. We've been providing business insurance, employee health and benefits, retirement, and private clients insurance solutions in Southeast Louisiana for 80 years. We combine the personalized service model of a local consultant with the global resources of the world's leading professional services firm. Put the power of our world-class local touch formula to work for you. Visit marshmma.com today. Marsh McLennan, proud partner of the New Orleans Saints.
Stream Saints games live on your desktop or laptop at WWL.com.
First and 10 for the Saints on the San Francisco 21. The Niner player was able to walk off on his own power, so hopefully all good there. 1:15 clock moving. 10th play of the drive so far. 9 plays, 74 yards, 5 minutes and 13 seconds. First and 10 for the Saints in Carr, who takes the snap, gives it to Taysom Hill. Hill wrapped up from behind, but he'll pick up a couple of yards. That's Curtis Robinson who grabbed him. From the backside, he picked up 3 to Taysom.
Interesting second time we've seen them reduced down to a bare front. And that being the San Francisco 49ers, and basically that's the center guard and the tackles are covered. And I don't expect them to do it here with Derek, but at some point, particularly if you've got Hayner and Rattler in the game, those guys will pull that look if they continue to just crash on the edge.
2nd and 8. Carr takes the snap out of the shotgun. Fires complete to Olave right at the 15, and he is hammered by a couple of San Francisco players. Curtis Robinson, 1, and also Malik Mustafa, who was the 4th-round pick out of Wake Forest. 3 yards for Olave.
And Olave, he catches it. He gets hit pretty good. Kind of probably had to force the ball there. Your tackle, Trevor Penning, that time he gets beat on the inside move, and the quarterback, Derek Carr, does a good job of just getting rid of the football, not taking a sack, not taking a hit.
Don't think he'll get this off. 2-1, and that is the end of the first quarter. The Saints will have 3rd and 4 when we come back on the backside of the second quarter. Coming up, scoreless contest, Saints and Niners on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Attention New Orleans Pelicans fans. The Emirates NBA Cup is back for year 2 and tickets are on sale now. Last season we advanced all the way to the semifinals in Las Vegas. And this year we need you to bring all the energy to the Smoothie King Center again for these special tournament nights. Come on down Friday, November 5th as we host Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Then join us on Friday, November 22nd for an exciting battle against Steph Curry and the Warriors. Visit Pelicans.com/NBA Cup for more info.
You've got to watch your NFL team every Sunday, and Verizon's got you covered for all your team's out-of-market games every Sunday afternoon. Come on! From kickoff to sign-off, from first downs and touchdowns
Right.
to turnovers and overturned plays.
After review, the pass was incomplete.
Nice! Let's go! This season, win every Sunday with Verizon. Get a great deal on NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV and a new phone. Excludes digital-only games. Terms and embargoes apply.
Caesars Sportsbook is the official sports betting partner of the New Orleans Saints. Download the app using promo code SAINTS1000 and place your first bet. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,000. Open to new users in Louisiana who are 21 or older. Not available in prohibited parishes. Licensed through Horseshoe Bossier City and Caesars New Orleans. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Caesars Sportsbook, the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards.
You know, working with people and being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
The New Orleans Saints countdown to kickoff is delivered by Little Caesars. Combine tasty Little Caesars pizza with NFL football, and what do you get? Game day! Little Caesars, the official pizza partner of the New Orleans Saints, invites you to order your favorite Little Caesars pizza or try something new. On game day, Little Caesars is always convenient. From carryout to delivery to pizza portal pickup, just call or text a few good friends and celebrate with delicious Little Caesars pizza and the New Orleans Saints Game of the Week.
Pizza.
First play of the second quarter. Carr takes the snap, handoff, left side, room to run for Jamal Williams. Inside the 10 on the near side. He'll pick up the first down. Finally hauled down, but Jamal Williams picks up the first down for the Saints as they have it inside the 10-yard line.
Love the play call. You ended up going to a run, but you had man-to-man defensively, and so no support player was really out there. Once you sent the motion and the receiver, he just ran off the support guy, and so it makes it hard. That really, the linebacker is the guy that has to make that play, and a nice job by the Saints just being able to outflank San Francisco based off of probably some tendencies.
Derek Carr remains in the game here in the second quarter. He was 7 of 8 for 47 in the first quarter, 5 for 5 on this drive. First and goal, Carr throws it. Incomplete on the near side as Chris Olave tried to haul it in about the 4-yard line, but could not. So second and goal, ball's at the 9-yard line. Scoreless contest here as we start the second quarter. Saints moving right to left.
Yeah, probably a little bit out of the reach of where Chris wanted that football. You're just running out. He was able to get a hand on it, but can't bring it in, and see the timing just a little bit off between Derek Carr and Olave right there at the goal line. Probably about, 4 or 5 yards to go before you scored.
Now Carr under center, 2 tight ends, and that's Taysom in motion, handoff middle of the field. Jordan Mims takes it to the 5-yard line between both hash marks, or call it the 5.5. He picked up 3 yards. Curtis Robinson on the tackle.
Going back and look at this run, I mean, I know Jordan gets some positive yards, but if you're able to really get behind Taysom and you're pulling guard, you may score on this play. And so you have some traffic there from the defensive line. I think that was Leonard Floyd that was able to fall inside, but if he's able to get outside on that play, he may score.
15th play of the drive is 3rd and 5. Handoff middle of the football field, and that, come on, they're going to say short for Jordan Mims at between the 1 yard and the goal line, about a foot away, as Mims was down. I want to see this again.
It's the double team. Good job up front, and I just don't know if his knee is down. If I'm the Saints, I'm challenging. That's a touchdown, and DA, go ahead, and here it is.
And there, the red flag is out on the far side as the Saints came to the line, but Jordan Mims took that handoff, and you could see he could see the goal line and what he wanted to do, and it's just a question of, did he get that ball across the
New
plane?
Orleans is challenging the ruling on the field that the runner is short of the goal line. We'll review the play.
That's Carl Sheffers. They will review it. We'll tell you the decision on the next side of this commercial break. Back after this scoreless contest for now on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence, a poem that doesn't rhyme. Life here is a dance, a two-step, and a tango. It's sunshine and rainstorms, first kisses and last calls. It's those moments, big and small, and Blue Cross is here for it all.
Life is always in motion, and sometimes it's unpredictable. That's why it's good to know you can rely on the strength of the cross and protection of the shield. Your card opens the door to a large network of top doctors to care for you.
Life is messy. It's touchdowns and near misses,
carnival rides, and losing your place in line. Life is happening now.
So live life knowing Blue Cross has you covered for the highs and lows and everything else in between. Always there. The right card. The right care.
He's at the 40, the 30. He cuts back. He's at the 20, the 15.
Touchdown. Man, this sounds like our waste business. This is Brother Fromeyer with River Parish Disposal. We got every roll-off size from 30 to 15 yarders. If you need a roll-off for your job site, we got you covered like red beans on rice. We're always hungry for more.
River Parish Disposal, the largest family-owned commercial waste disposal company for the greater New Orleans area. Call 738-7700 or visit bizstinks.com.
Our business stinks, but it's picking up.
New Orleans, get ready to shop, save, and make a difference. Thursday, September 12th at 9 a.m., it's the grand opening of the brand new Goodwill East at 5770 Reed Boulevard. Dive into amazing deals at our new store and outlet store. Plus, discover how our workforce development programs are creating jobs and changing lives across our community. When you donate, you create jobs. Your generosity helps power opportunities for those who need it most. Don't miss out. Join us Thursday, September 12th at 9 a.m. Goodwill East, 5770 Reed Boulevard. Shop, donate, and make a difference.
He's the founding father of the Houdat Nation, Bobby Hebert, weekdays at 4 on WWL.
So Carl Sheffers, the anteater from UCI Irvine, they did not give the Saints the touchdown for Jordan Mims. We saw clear separation that his leg was not down and that the tip of the football had broken the plane. So now the Saints, who were 2 for 2 on fourth down against Arizona, will have it 4th and goal from about 1.5 feet away. I formation. Carr takes the snap, gives it to Taysom Hill, the fullback belly, and that is a touchdown for Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill takes it and just keeps those legs and feet moving, stood up at the goal line and finishes a couple of yards deep in the end zone.
It's probably second and third effort there, but you finally see Taysom squeeze out, and just a nice job on that right side. You talk about being able to man block and dual block. Caesar's probably a little bit higher than he should be. Taysom's finally able to squeeze through, but to be honest, I thought it was a touchdown to play before Mims.
Me too.
Yeah, it looked like he had gotten in, but these are the same officials that we've had
right
in Irvine with us as well.
So now Blake Grupe will come in with the extra point. Lou Headley, his right knee down, takes the snap. Kick is away by Blake Grupe, and it is good. So last week, this just shows you the craziness of preseason football. Tennessee played against San Francisco, and Tennessee had a 17-play drive, ate up almost 9 minutes of clock, but they were stopped by San Francisco on a 4th down at the 2-yard line. So it was a 17-play drive that ended in nothing for Tennessee. The Saints then go on a 16-play drive. The 15th play would have been the Jordan Mims touchdown, but the 16th play is the Taysom Hill touchdown to put the Saints on top of this one, 7-0. That's a lot of plays.
A lot of plays, a lot of film work to be able to go back and look at, and a lot of evaluation as well.
Let's get down to Jeff Nowak for this River Parish Disposal Saints Sideline Report.
Yeah, guys, a lot of times in these preseason games, a really long, successful drive will spell the end for the Stars, and it sure looks like that's what's going to happen. Spencer Rattler, after that touchdown, got up, started warming up, throwing balls to Equinemius St. Brown. So I'd imagine next time the Saints are on the field, it'll be the rookie taking the ball.
So for the Saints, officially 16 plays, 95 yards, 8 minutes, and 17 off the clock. They had 7 first downs on that drive. So pretty impressive after they started 1 at the 6 and the next time at the 5. Kick deep, caught on the goal line. Is number 38, Cody Schrader, takes it across the 25 on the near side, up around the 30-yard line before he is brought down. Jonathan Abram is there, as was Will Harris on the tackle, and that's where the Niners will begin. With 13:08 to play here in the second quarter, and I would expect there is a quarterback change, and there is. Joshua Dobbs comes in for San Francisco, former Arizona. Saints played him last year when he was with Minnesota. He takes over.
Broke our heart as well, and the starters for the Saints defensive line as well as in the secondary, the guys that have started, they're still out there on the field.
Dobbs takes the handoff into the quarterback now to the left side, complete to his rookie, Jacob Cowing, brought down quickly by Will Harris up around the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the rookie and Cowing as Dobbs makes the completion. As Dew said, he had 268 yards passing from Minnesota against the Saints and a touchdown. Also had 44 yards rushing in a touchdown in that tough one up in Minneapolis.
Yeah, on that play, the Saints bring pressure, bring Delonte Taylor off the slot. But the problem is, it takes too long for the safety to get over it.
Dobbs throws it across the middle. That time it's complete to Trent Taylor. Trent Taylor, the 5'8" out of Louisiana Tech in Shreveport, is brought down quickly by Alontae Taylor. That'll be up right around midfield. There's no logo or anything in midfield, so it's very old school looking here.
For a virtual measurement.
Okay. We're just showing off now.
You want to challenge everything, but you don't want to. You want to give me a virtual measurement and just say, hey, it's a first down. You got the chip in the ball and all this stuff. So you need to advance some other technology. How about that? Virtually.
And soon it'll be sold by the X company who sponsors our virtual, tester. So the football is sitting. I don't think it could be any more on the 50-yard line with the laces.
It's a first down
at midfield.
Come on, Carl. Get your satellite, get your laser or whatever y'all got going on. Come on, man. This ain't a water break.
Carl has he's done 3 Super Bowls. I'm only going to tell you about one. He did Super Bowl 51 when New England beat Atlanta. They were behind. I think the score was 28-3. Do I have that right? 28-3?
Close.
Let's pause 10 seconds to let stations identify themselves here on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
The News Talk Sports Leader. WWL New Orleans, WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
So the virtual measurement, which by the way has the actual Niner logo at midfield, but does not exist, it is a first down. And so that was a nice little, we couldn't bring the chains out, would have been faster.
And I don't know what they do.
So ball's in midfield, first and 10 for the Niners, moving left to right here in the second quarter. Saints on top, 7-0. Joshua Dobbs is the quarterback. Handoff Cody Schrader, the rookie to the left side on the left hash marks. Brought down quickly. 2 Saints are there. Nathan Shepard and Chase Young.
Yeah, nice job by Nathan Shepard being able to fight off the block of the offensive lineman, and Chase Young falling into that tackle as well, falling off from his defensive end position.
2nd and 7. Ball at the Saint 47. Saints in white jerseys, gold helmets, gold pants. Dobbs this time under center. Play action, rolls to his right, looks, throws to his right, complete to his tight end, number 81, Cameron Latu, his second-year man out of Alabama. Willie Gay brought him down.
Yeah, that's Willie. Got to be a little bit more disciplined. I've given you motion. Then I come back with the motion and kind of get hung up in there. Cam Jordan, if he can get a hand on that tight end that's coming across to help Willie out a little bit. It's a lot of what you see in practice. It's about the discipline.
First down for the Niners as they move deeper into Saint territory. Cody Schrader gets the handoff, gets outside the numbers. There comes the 2 flags.
It should have been holding twice.
I think it was twice.
Chase Young got held and the cornerback right there on the edge got held.
Tyrann Mathieu, one of them, I believe. We'll have to wait and see. But we think we know what the call is. We're not sure about the who yet.
He had 2 holdings.
Holding, number 83. Offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So that's going to be Jacob Cowing, the rookie wide receiver, with the hold, and that will negate a 13-yard gain.
There's Alontae Taylor he was holding, and then the other one was Chase Young. I mean, the guy almost horse-collared him from behind.
First Niners penalty, and that brings them back all the way to the Saint 42. 2nd down and 20 after the 10-yard holding penalty. Dobbs flanked by 2. Takes the snap. Casts some pressure. Hit from behind by Chase Young. He gets it complete inside the 40-yard line, but Chase Young said hello to Joshua Dobbs' backside, and Will Harris was on the tackle. He picked up 5, and fortunate for that.
And looking at that Rouse's Market Gumbotron, and Brian Brzee also on the inside. Chase hits him, and Brian is able just to brush him a little bit from the front. Nice move by himself on that guard.
5 yards on the pickup by Dobbs. 2nd down and 15. Takes the handoff a little high. Quick throw to the far side. Coming back to the near side after the catch, but brought down for a loss. That is going to be Rajon Wright, who brought him down. He lost 5 yards. That's Eric Saulbert, who made the catch and then came all the way back to this side. I think about Jacob Cowley,
well, you know
the
what?
rookie.
You know why? What's the number 99 who we've been calling out?
Yep.
He read the screen the whole way. Chase saw it, Brian Brzee and Trail, and, probably should have been a blindside block by the quarterback there on Willie Gay. Willie saw him in the frame, but you can't do that, but doesn't matter. You still made the play.
Loss of 5 makes it 3rd and 20. The Saints bring 4. Dobbs throws it complete to the far side. He'll be far short of the first down. Cameron Latu, his tight end, made the completion. Jordan Howden was there, so kind of a feast and famine there for the Niners. Good play, loss, great play by the Saints defense, and now it's 4th and 7.
Set up for the field goal. Saints are trying to give us a little bit more yards than they wanted to on that play, but not letting anything go over the top, trying to punch that ball out. Really nice job there by the defense. Gave up some yards on some early passes, flipped the field, but you forced them to have to try to kick a field goal here.
This will be Jake Moody from 47 yards out. Money Moody, Jim Harbaugh called him. He kicked 3 field goals in the Super Bowl, one from 55, 53, and 27. From 47 yards out, the kick is away, and Jake Moody, Money Moody, makes it. The Niners get on the board. 8:43 to play here in the second quarter from Santa Clara, California. Saints still on top of this one. 7-3 back after this on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Hi, this is Drew Brees. Innovative technology is an essential part of banking. B1 Bank has all the tools you need to make your banking experience uncomplicated. From online banking to the B1 Bank mobile app, manage your business accounts anytime, anywhere. At B1 Bank, you can expect access to innovative technology in addition to personalized service. Learn more at b1bank.com.
What's up, Saints fans? It's John Stinchcomb here. Come aboard the official Saints Legends fan cruise presented by Seaside Events. How about enjoying an exclusive beach party with over a dozen legends in the stunning Western Caribbean? Plus, get autographs, enjoy dinners with us, and so much more. Don't miss out. Head to saintslegendscruise.com now and get ready to create lifelong memories with your favorite Saints legends.
Hey folks, Bobby Hebert, Cajun Cannon here. We all know there's something special about growing up in Louisiana. Our culture, our history, and how we care for each other cannot be matched anywhere in the world. The same goes for Louisiana Dental Center. Local dentists helping local people just like you and me. And of course, for years, proud dental office of our beloved New Orleans Saints. Louisiana Dental Center, your dental home team. How about them Saints?
The New Orleans Saints countdown to kickoff is delivered by Little Caesars. Combine tasty Little Caesars pizza with NFL football, and what do you get? Game day! Little Caesars, the official pizza partner of the New Orleans Saints, invites you to order your favorite Little Caesars pizza or try something new. On game day, Little Caesars is always convenient. From carryout to delivery to pizza portal pickup. Just call or text a few good friends and celebrate with delicious Little Caesars pizza and the New Orleans Saints Game of the Week.
Pizza, pizza. Tommy Tucker, great talker, good listener. Weekday mornings 6 to 10 on WWL.
7-3 New Orleans after the Moody field goal. Saints now to our right. We'll be moving it right to left as they await the kickoff from Moody. Really a testament to the Saints' defense so far. The San Francisco 49ers have started their average field position on their own 40. The Saints have started on their own 11. Yet the Saints lead it 7-3 as they await the kickoff. Jordan Mims and James Robinson, who both returned him last week for Arizona. This will be Mims, middle of the field at his 2-yard line. 15 back to the middle of the field on the right hash mark. 20-25 up to the 30-yard line before he is brought down officially, and that is where the Saints will be getting. Isaac Garendo, the rookie out of Louisville, brought him down.
I mean, look at that offensive line. Trevor Penning still in at the right tackle. Landon Young still at the right tackle. You have a new center and 2 new guards. Well, I think that's Lucas Patrick still at the guard, at the left guard. Lemieux at center for you, and it should be
Kyle Hergel at right guard, 60.
Correct. New quarterback.
That is correct. Spencer Rattler They get the call as he completes the ball to Equinemius St. Brown right in front of the Saints bench. Picked up about 7.5 yards. Darrell Luter was on the tackle. Let's go down to Jeff Nowak now for this River Parish Disposal Saints sideline report.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler gets in the game. He came out of last Sunday's game with a thigh bruise, thigh contusion. He missed 1 day of practice. If it was up to him, he wouldn't have missed any days. But the doctors held him out. He's back in there now. He said it's all taken care of and he should be good to go.
So 8 yards for the catch of Equinemius St. Brown. Handoff to the right side. Mims bounces and still on his feet. 40. Brought down, but he'll make the first down. Spencer Rattler kind of tripped up a little bit as he handed the ball to Mims. Mims ran into traffic and then bounced it outside the numbers and picked up the first.
And he's kind of moving around. The first play in, he got hit. That being Mims, they sent pressure off of, that being Spencer Rattler, they sent pressure off of the edge. And I hate for the quarterback to get hit like that. And I don't know if the back has to redirect on that weak side because he was releasing inside. But you always want the QB to be clean. And that time, their path is wrong, that being the running back and the quarterback.
Saints lead at 7-3, second quarter. Handoff, middle of the field, right side between the hash marks and the number. Not a whole lot doing, maybe a yard there for Jordan Mims to the 45, the Saint 45. He picked up 2, so 2nd and 8 coming. 7:14 to play before half.
Interesting to see, you haven't seen any screen. Can't really have a lot of movement, a little with the quarterback here with him being in shotgun.
Shotgun for Rattler. Robinson to his right. He'll throw. Middle of the pocket now. He'll pull it down, and he will go down. Officially a sack at about the 30. The Niners are saying it's a fumble.
That's one of the things.
They're saying it is a fumble right now from Carl Sheffers as they unpile it. Ty McGill is the man
on the field. It's a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, San Francisco.
Alex Barrett is the one that came out. I'd like to see this one again.
This is one of the things he's going to have. It does come out.
Yep.
He's going to have to do a better job of it. He had a fumble in practice as well as he was moving with the football. That ball comes loose, and he's just got to make sure that he has both hands on it in that pocket. And, if I'm going to move in that pocket, I wish he had, it's a lot easier for me to say it up here, but he has A.T. Perry on this crossing route. If he keeps his eyes down the field and just didn't feel comfortable in the pocket and come 49ers defense, they come up with that turnover there. Short field, looking for plays over the top here defensively.
Ball at the Saint 38. Dobbs to throw. Has plenty of time. Throws it to the flat right in front of the Niners bench. Let's go down to Jeff Nowak for this River Parish Disposal Saint sideline report.
Yeah, after the final play of the last drive, Tyrann Mathieu came out, went into the injury tent. Looked like he was done for the day regardless, but he got looked at in there for pretty much that entire offensive drive. Came out. Now he's back on the sideline with his teammates, but I think his day's.
Yeah, he was done. All of the back secondary, Will Harris and Abram are the two safeties, and then you have that second defensive line that's in as well.
2nd and 8, ball at the Saint 36, handoff Cody Schrader as he takes it inside the 30-yard line on the left hash mark, and that should be a first down for the Niners. Jonathan Abram was there as the Niners trying to capitalize on the Saints' first turnover of this football game. The Saints fumbled it a couple times last week. One rolled out of bounds. The other was recovered by the Saints.
That's one where Anthony Orji, I know he's got the quarterback there, but he's got to do a better job of being able to shut it down. Either he or the defensive end on that play, they have to be able to get to the backside of that play, and both of them are way too far to be able to make a play. You got Isaiah Foskey and Peyton Turner at the defensive ends for the Saints.
9-yard run by Schrader, so 2nd and 1. Back to throw is Dobbs. Throws it again to the near side. That ball is hit, and that ball is out. Now they're saying incomplete. Rajon Wright came up with the big hit as soon as Ronnie Bell caught it. Ball came out, but they're saying incomplete.
I don't know if he made a football move. He definitely caught it. He's going to turn to make a move. 1, 2, 3.
Again.
Close, yeah. He just didn't get a chance to tuck it away.
You see things in slow motion. It's a little bit.
Didn't get a chance to tuck it.
So that'll be 2nd and 10 after the incomplete. 5:26 here. Second quarter. Saints on top, 7-3. Niners moving left to right. Dobbs takes the handoff. No. Play action, throws across the middle, incomplete. This time, Jonathan Abram is the man who knocked it out of Cameron Latu, the tight end's hand. So good defense back-to-back by right end Abram.
This NFL scoreboard is brought to you by Acorn Hart Jewelers. There's a great work of art in every box from Acorn Hart. Denver 10, Green Bay nothing. Another QB hit there. I think that was Nathan Saunders that came up with the hit on the quarterback.
Derek Carr being interviewed on the sideline, 7 of 9, 47 yards for his work tonight. 3rd and 10. Saints trying to get this Niner offense off the field. Dobbs rolls to his right. He's got some green in front of him. 30, 25. Sidestep to tackle. 20. Down inside the 15-yard line. As the Saints have seen that act before. As Dobbs will carry for the first down. A missed tackle by Anthony Orji and a first down for San Francisco.
Yeah, I said Nathan Saunders, but that was Nathan Shepard on the play before. And this time the Saints lose contain. And I would agree, we have seen this before, and I think that inside, that was Peyton Turner that gets too tight and nobody outside, and quarterback takes off on us, and we're running a guy onto the field.
So, I formation for Dobbs, who just picked up 13. Throws to the far side. That is complete to Jake Tongas, the tight end. He'll be down near a first down. Rico Payton from Pitt State is the one who brought him down, but it should be a first down about the 4-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for San Francisco after the 11-yard catch.
And one of the reasons you run a guy out onto the field and everybody doesn't have the call, and now you have a guy open in the flat, wide open, and got to get the right personnel on the field.
1st and goal for San Francisco. 4:10 clock moving, 2nd quarter. 7-3 Saints. Trent Taylor far to the left. Dobbs under center. Cody Schrader is the lone back. Takes the snap. Handoff Schrader, middle of the field. Hit as soon as he gets inside the 5 by Anthony Orji, but flags are down.
Yeah, it's either a neutral zone infraction or your offside offense, illegal formation.
Illegal formation offense. The tackle was uncovered on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So that receiver has to be able to come up on the line of scrimmage, and he probably checked with the official
to make sure he wasn't over the line, and he wasn't even on the line.
You're not on the line.
Right, and so that made the tackle uncovered, and that'll push him back to the 9. 1st and goal from the 9. 3:43. Dobbs out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Saints bring 4. He throws to the far side. That is incomplete. Through the hands of Schrader, but that's, again, Anthony Orji out of Vanderbilt. That linebacker, free agent from 2023, making some good plays.
Yeah, he's comfortable in what he's doing defensively, and he's a linebacker that can play all 3 positions. And I had a chance to call a couple of his games up at Vanderbilt a couple of years ago, and he was all over the field, lined up at safety, lined up at, the Mike linebacker. He lines up, as a defensive end at sometimes on rush down, so a player that can play all over.
So 2nd and 9 for Dobbs and the Niners. 7-3 Saints, and that's going to be movement on San Francisco, I believe.
Yep.
Not sure who will tag for it.
Number 68, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It's a New Orleans Saints tradition. Turn down the sound of your TV, pause your DVR, and sync up Saints radio next Sunday at 1 p.m. when the Saints close out the preseason against the Tennessee Titans in the Caesars Superdome. Turn up the Saints radio network.
Colton McKivitz, the right tackle out of West Virginia. He got that. So that'll be 2nd and 14. They had it 1st and goal at the 4, and now 2nd and goal at the 14. Dobbs out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Takes the snap, throws it quickly. Caught at about the 6 or 7 yard line. Brought down quickly, right at about, between the numbers and the hash marks on the near side. Rajon Wright brought him down. That's Tay Martin with the catch. Ellender High School out of Houma. 3rd and goal from the 6. Clock moving, 3:10.
I would love for Wright to close some of that space down right there. You're going to have safety help over the top. Take that slant away.
3rd and goal. Dobbs out of the shotgun, has Schrader to his right, takes the snap. Saints bring 4. Now he tries to spin, gets out of 1. Dobbs stands now at the 15 on the far side. Now throws it towards the end zone, and that's incomplete in the back of the end zone. As Dobbs was able to buy some time, couldn't hit Cody Schrader, who was kind of running the back sideline. Isaiah Foskey had the pressure.
Well, Isaiah Foskey's got to make this play. Isaiah Foskey, you're free. at the quarterback. You beat him off of the edge, and he spins to you, and we can't make that play. And then you've got Peyton Turner on Chase and Nathan Shepard on Chase as well. But, I mean, Isaiah Foskey, that's a play that you've got to make.
So the Niners on this 4th and goal will take a chip shot from Jake Moody. He's the only kicker with them, so they'll take the field goal opportunity for Money Moody, and Jake Moody kicks it through. 2:42 to play in the second quarter. That's a 24-yard field goal. Saints lead it 7-6. Back after this on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Saints fans, break the huddle and start your hustle. It's time to get that bag of Tostitos. We're talking about a bag that'll make or break your game day. It's time to swoop up your limited edition Saints Tostitos Team Bag. Pair your favorite Tostitos chips and dip, wrapped in the Saints colors with a local recipe on the back. These bags won't be free agents forever, though, so blitz that chip and dip aisle and bring home your Tostitos Team Bag. This season, team up with Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the Saints.
Hello, this is Rosie the Skunk for Atmos Energy. You might think I make a bad smell, but it's nothing compared to the rotten egg smell of a gas leak, because that could be dangerous. If you think you smell, see, or hear signs of a leak, don't do anything that might cause a spark. Leave immediately. Then call 911 and Atmos Energy. There's no gray area here. When dealing with gas leaks, it's black and white. For more information, visit atmosenergy.com/gas safety.
It's not about how you start the job. It's whether or not you finish that counts. The Ford F-150 truck can help. With the freedom to choose between available gas, Power Boost Hybrid, or all-electric powertrains, you'll have the power, capability, and efficiency you need to get the job done right. No wonder Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck 47 straight years. Ford F-150 and your Southern Quality Ford dealer. Official truck of the New Orleans Saints.
Football and Miller Lite, New Orleans' greatest pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going way past postgame. Sunday night overtimes followed by Monday morning swagger. Knocking on bar tops for luck. Kicking back on any given Sunday. You never forget the way some things taste. Saints football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Stream Saints games live on your desktop or laptop at WWL.com.
Welcome back to Santa Clara, California, Levi Stadium. Mike Hoss, Deuce McAllister, Jeff Nowak on the sideline. Saints lead it 7-6, 2:42 to play here before halftime as the Niners to our left, kicking off to the Saints, Jordan Mims and James Robinson to our right. San Francisco with a good field position after the turnover. Their average field position has been their own 44. The Saints has been their own 16. This kick deep, and that will be taking a knee for Mims. So the Saints will get it at the 30. Let's go down to Jeff Nowak for this fantasy update brought to you by Harrah's New Orleans, a Caesars Reward destination.
Yeah, guys, if the Saints could say this in the regular season, I think they'd be happy. Their top two scorers in fantasy football right now would both be running backs. As Taysom Hill, 5 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. That'd be good for 8 standard fantasy points. And Jamal Williams, 5 carries, 32 yards, only 3 points, but it's a 6.2 yards per carry average, which that's a pretty hefty number.
Yes, it is. And I've watched a lot of preseason. I don't know if I've seen anybody start at the 30 before after they take the knee, but that's the new rule. Handoff left side, hit hard as he crosses the 35 up to the 37-yard line. And that's James Robinson, who just fought before Tracy Walker. University of Louisiana Lafayette brought him down.
It's a nice run by James Robinson because he breaks arm tackles, and so he gets hit right there at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to break some arm tackles. He's got to squeeze that ball a little bit, but does a nice job of running and picking up some positive yards.
Picked up 8 yards, so 2nd and 2. Rattler to throw. Rattler throws to James Robinson on the near side, steps out of bounds in front of the Niner bench, brought down by Tracy Walker again, but that'll be a first down as Robinson does it on the ground and through the air.
And that takes us to the 2-minute warning, so you'll get to be able to run that offense a little bit more. Nice start so far for this unit, for this Saints offense.
That's the 2-minute warning. We're back after this. 7-6 Saints on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
A
Attention New Orleans Pelicans fans. The Emirates NBA Cup is back for year 2 and tickets are on sale now. Last season, we advanced all the way to the semifinals in Las Vegas. And this year, we need you to bring all the energy to the Smoothie King Center again for these special tournament nights. Come on down Friday, November 5th as we host Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Then join us on Friday, November 22nd for an exciting battle against Steph Curry and the Warriors. Visit pelicans.com/NBA Cup for more info.
Conecuh Sausage has been around for over 75 years, making their great tasting hickory smoked sausage. And now, a new proud partner of the New Orleans Saints. Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and a fan favorite for tailgate. It's made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasoning, and smoked over a pure hickory fire. For that true southern flavor. Enjoy Conecuh hickory smoked sausage in the Superdome or at home while watching the Saints. And make Conecuh a part of your game day tradition. Conecuh Sausage, a real winner since 1947. Visit ConecuhSausage.com for store locator and recipes.
Saints fans, Cam Jordan here. Get ready for game day at the Saints VIP tailgate brought to you by BullseyeEventGroup.com. The VIP tailgate is 3 hours prior to kickoff before every Saints home game next to the Superdome at Benson Tower. Bullseye Events Group's Saints VIP tailgate is open to all ages, features a premium buffet by Food Network chef Aaron May, and a premium open bar for 3 hours. Start Saints game day the right way. Get your Saints VIP tailgate tickets today at BullseyeEventGroup.com.
My personal favorite stories are when a young man comes in and you can see they're a little intimidated. This just happened last week. I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" And he said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
The Scoot Show, where politics and pop culture meet your opinions. Weekdays 1 to 4 on WWL.
Welcome back. 2 minutes to play before halftime here. Beautiful afternoon, evening in Santa Clara. Saints have the football, 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line, leading this football game 7-6. San Francisco just scored after the Spencer Rattler fumble induced, like we talked about. This is good work, right? 2-minute offense. They saw it last week against Arizona. You got to make the most of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got 2 timeouts, and so you can still do everything that you wanted to do offensively, and you're right there at midfield. You don't have to be in a hurry, but you'll speed it up just a little bit. Right now, they won't even huddle.
James Robinson took the football and picked up 6 yards, so 2nd and 4. Now at the 48 of New Orleans. Bad snap. The ball's on the ground. Rattler just tumbles on it and spins back to the 35-yard line.
Now you'll have to speed it a little bit up because
Shane Lemieux is the center. I'm just kind of set the O-line because you still got Lucas Patrick at guard. You still have Landon Young and Trevor Penning. And Kyle Hergel is your right guard. So I didn't see it, but it's just like that ball just rolled back to Rattler.
It never got off the ground. It never got off the ground. And so it was the same personnel as far as the offensive line as before. Still your bookend tackles to start the game. Trevor and Landon Young at tackles, and the only 2 guys are out here are McCoy and Caesar. So Lemieux and Kyle Hergel are in at center and guard.
Hergel, who had never even seen an NFL football game, born in Canada before he played in one in Arizona last week. As he said, pretty good seats, but that's a tough 12-yard loss for Rattler, who is now back to throw. Now steps up, and he's got Green in front of him. What's he going to do? 35 now, throws it complete to James Robinson for a very short gain to about the 45-yard line, and he's pushed backwards. See where they'll spot it with forward progress up around the 44-yard line. Jalen Graham brought him down, but
San Francisco uses their timeout.
Let's go down to Jeff Nowak for this River Parish Disposal Saints Sideline Report.
Yeah, just because you're talking about Kyle Hergel, I don't get to bring up the interior lineman that often. He's actually been nicknamed Richie by Derek Carr because he reminds me of Richie Incognito, and he was the number 3 pick in the CFL draft by the Saskatchewan Roughriders. So some interesting backstory for Kyle, to say the least.
He's a big Hamilton Tiger Cat fan of the CFL. Talked to him a little bit. So, yeah, he's also from a FCS school with some before he went to Boston College. And so, yeah, pretty impressive that his first game ever seeing the NFL, and he was playing it as the Saints on a 4th and 8. As the Niners use that timeout, Lou Headley is in. He's to our right, his feet on his own 30. The kick is away. A wobbler to the near side. Fair catch called for by Jacob Cowling, the rookie. He does so at the 20-yard line. So the Saints, as you said, had everything they wanted. They had timeouts. They had kind of field position, wanted to do what they wanted, but the bad snap and 12-yard loss changes everything.
And I was surprised that they actually used that timeout. If anything, once that happened, I'm going to say, hey, look, San Francisco, you use the timeout. I'm not going to use it. But now defensively, you get to defend against this 2-minute offense against San Francisco.
1 minute and 17 seconds to play here before halftime. 7-6 New Orleans. San Francisco and Josh Dobbs from their own 20, complete to his tight end, Braden Willis, brought down quickly, hit hard by Jonathan Abram out of Mississippi State, and the Niners go quick to the line. He picked up 6, 2nd and 4. Clock moving, be under a minute when Dobbs takes the snap. 2 receivers to his left, 2 down to the bottom of the formation. Dobbs throws it to the near side, nobody there. Ronnie Bell had cut to the inside, and Dobbs thought he was going to be on the outside, incomplete.
Technically, that should be intentional grounding. Technically, that should be intentional grounding.
They are talking about it. And nobody's reaching for a flag.
On the play. Quarterback was not under sufficient pressure.
It doesn't matter if the quarterback is under the sufficient pressure. The rule is if he throws it where the receiver is not at, it's intentional grounding.
And he was in the pocket.
And he was in the pocket. And that receiver didn't get the call. He ran a slant. He looked at the coach to try to figure out what it was, but he didn't get the call.
3rd and 4, 52 seconds to play. Dobbs takes the snap out of the shotgun. Saints bring pressure. He throws it near side, complete. That's going to be a first down as Matt Breida makes the catch, and he picks up the first down. Jonathan Abram was on the tackle, but Breida was open.
They caught the Saints at a pressure look, and right there, just DeMarco Jackson, he gets outflanked. The Saints bring pressure off of the edge, and you can't knock it down, and that's a play that Saints have run in the past previously, and that's one that the back just gets, he's free. There's pressure off the edge, and you're asking the linebacker to cover from depth.
Matt Breida in his 8th year out of Georgia Southern picked up 21 yards. Niners empty backfield up on their own 46-yard line. Saints bring 4. Nice spin move there by Peyton Turner, but he can't get him. And Dobbs and Turner has another chance. Dobbs still on his feet. This time DeMarco Jackson misses him. Now he's to the far side, and he's going to step out of bounds in front of the Saints bench, and that will be a first down for Joshua Dobbs. And aren't many times that a defensive end like Peyton Turner will have 2 shots at him, but had a couple at him.
Looking at that Rouse's marker jumbotron, we just can't bring guys down. I mean, he's in the open field, and we talked about it. You talk about not only defensive ends, he has made Isaiah Foskey miss, he has made Peyton Turner miss, and that time he made Marco Jackson miss as well, a linebacker that had a shot at him. And Dobbs, he ran all over us against Minnesota. He's running all over us again today in a different uniform.
Picked up 11 yards in the first down. 34 seconds to play. The ball now in Saints territory. Dobbs throws it across the middle. Incomplete, trying to hit his wide receiver, Danny Gray. Not a whole lot on that football. A little short and incomplete. I believe that was Rico Payton on the coverage.
He's probably tired, but the Saints bring zero blitz right there. That is zero blitz.
He did run a long way for 11 yards.
Yeah, that's zero blitz, and the Saints bring pressure. I mean, you bring everything, and ball's a little short underneath, and they're trying to keep them out of field goal range. Saints got to make sure that you cover on the backside as well.
30 seconds, ball at the Saint 42, 7-6 New Orleans, right before halftime. Dobbs, middle of the pocket, throwing deep down the left sideline. Incomplete. Rico Payton turned at the last second, but it still hit him in the back, and he was trying to hit Danny Gray.
If Rico gets any hands around,
it's an interception.
Yeah, it's an interception. I mean, he's content with just knocking it down, but like I talked about, they went zero earlier that time. You got a safety high, but I mean, it's just a go route. And Rico content with just knocking it down, but if he's able to turn around, he gets the interception there because he has pretty good coverage. There's no separation.
3rd and 10, 25 seconds to play here at the half at the Saint 42. Saints bring pressure again. Dobbs stands in the middle of the pocket, throws deep again, looking for Jacob Cowling. That ball is probably caught on the near side. It is inside the 5-yard line. Pressure right there, but it was just a well-thrown ball. Millard Bradford was the man on the coverage. Rajon Wright, take that back. Rajon Wright down the sideline.
And that time it's out and up, and he throws it into the bucket, and it's just going to come down to, did he have control? It does look like he was able to get both feet. Does look like he pinned the ball against his body, and out and up right there against Rajon Wright.
39 yards. Now the Saints with only 18 seconds. First and goal at the 4. Trying to keep the Niners out of the end zone as they lead it 7-6. Dobbs takes the snap, throws to the near side, little back shoulder to Ronnie Bell. Incomplete. No flags. 14 seconds to play. Rajon Wright on the coverage. And a second and goal from the 4.
Yeah, since you have one timeout, you technically can run the football. Everything doesn't have to be passes because you can call the timeout. So the Saints have to defend the run as well, and that's one of the things that the quarterback has done a really nice job of, just moving in the pocket, getting a late sub in.
Rajon Wright, the first-year man out of Oregon State, as the Niners break the huddle. 14 seconds, second and goal from the 4. Right hash mark. Dobbs has Matt Breida to his left. Breida gets the handoff, middle of the field. Saints stack him up. He kind of pushes his way forward to the 1-yard line, but that'll be a timeout. Jordan Howden was on the stop.
There's the run that I told you that.
30-second timeout.
Now I'm giving the quarterback the option to be able to obviously run it himself, or
a little RPO one way or the other. And give him.
I'm going to put a pass on there as well. I'm going to tag a pass. So he's got the option to hand it off. He's got the option to hit somebody in the flat, or even, you talk about some type of crossing route all the way across the field to see if I can get those linebackers to suck up.
10 seconds to play, so third and goal from the 1, outside of the 1. This is the 10th play of this drive. The nose of the football shy of the 1-yard line. Empty backfield for Dobbs. From the right hash, shotgun, takes the snap, stands, now throws, incomplete, almost picked off in the back of the end zone by Rico Payton.
I'm going for it.
Anthony Orji, the linebacker, kind of dropped, and I don't think he got a hand on it, but he
did.
Made it. He did? I can say
Anthony Orji gets his hand on this football. You can see him kind of redirect and drop, and he gets his hands on that football just to throw it off enough, and couldn't see if that was Rico Payton that got his hand on it as well.
Yeah,
off the ricochet.
Yep. So 5 seconds before half. 4th and goal.
And if I'm the Saints, I'm calling a timeout right here after I look at the formation.
Dobbs has Breida to his right.
Timeout.
Deuce had it correct. Saints call timeout.
After I look at the formation, I call the timeout. Hey, guys, this is what you expect. You hadn't really scouted them a whole lot, so it's not like, just based off of personnel, and now you can see them changing the personnel, the look. They're changing the personnel look. But I would have went back, you had the one play, the previous play where it was a pure pass. I would have given my quarterback the option to run it or to pass it, and I suspect that's what it'll be, and that's what I think the Saints are kind of probably expecting this time.
Right, they went empty, and he stood in the middle and tried to hit the receiver, but tipped by Orji, almost picked off by Payton. So here we go, 5 seconds, 4th and goal. This time Dobbs keeps it, and Dobbs will take it in. He faked the handoff to Matt Breida. He escaped Jordan Howden at the 5-yard line for what would have been a loss. He stepped out of the tackle and took it in for the touchdown.
That's the play. That's the play that you call on third down, and you put the onus on the defender to be able to bring him down, and Jordan Howden cannot do it. But, that's the play that you call on third down, and if they stop you, so be it. I'm coming back with it on 4th down. I'll spread them out a little bit. That defensive end crashes, and it's 1-on-1. Saints haven't tackled him all day.
1 second to play. Dobbs officially, it's a 1-yard touchdown, but really about a 3 or 4 because Howden had the penetration, kind of knocked him off of his feet, but he was able to regain his footing and take it in for the score as Moody comes in and makes the extra point. So the bad snap by the Saints, who were trying to drive and do their own 2-minute offense, ends up being in a Niner touchdown as the Niners now take the lead for the first time, 13-7. There is a second left to play here before halftime. Big play, of course, was the deep pass down the sideline. Rajon Wright on the coverage. I believe that was Cowling again who hauled it in. He's had a pretty solid first half for the rookie.
Yeah, out and up, and I think some of the negative pass for Saints defensively. We're running quarterback, kind of pops out again. You know, you just can't get guys down, and probably had some of that not as bad with quarterbacks running as freely as Dobbs, but that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a long season for you. You better get quarterbacks down in this league, particularly guys that are just floating out there.
Prior to the 39-yard pass to Cowling, it was Dobbs who escaped several Saint defenders and picked up 11 yards and a first down as the kickoff bounced at the 1 and then down in the end zone on the far side.
You got a penalty, and I think somebody moved and it's against the offense, against the kicking team, so should be additional 5 yards at the 35, and Saints offense, so I think they're just going to take a knee anyway.
Take a knee and head to their respective tunnels, which are weirdly placed here
but
at Levi's.
Here's the thing. If I'm the Saints, I make them kick it, back them up 5 yards, but technically, I want my kicking team out there. I just want to try to see if I can return it.
Right.
Taking a knee offensively does nothing for you.
San Francisco.
Running a play special team-wise, that's what you want to see.
Exactly.
Of the return team, that's at least decline.
Oh, they called it against the Saints.
In the field of play and was down in the end zone for a touchback at the 20-yard line.
I think you can hear a little wind down there on Carl Scheffer's mic.
A little wind. Well,
gives you an indication.
Since they called it against the Saints can't decline it, and so it backs them up, and now you'll just take a knee.
Tennessee, last week against San Francisco, had a 66-yard return. And, is that the new kickoff rules? It does. Actually, very good running and very poor tackling by San Francisco. But this time, the Saints will take a knee, and that will be the half. The Niners, after the Saints and the Taysom Hill touchdown, kicked 2 field goals.
And then
the touchdown, and that's how they lead it, 13-7. That's halftime. We're back after this on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Pelicans fans, it's time to get your tickets for the 2024-25 NBA season. Full season plans, partial plans, like our 12-game weekend plan, and single-game tickets for all of the Pelicans' can't-miss matchups, including the Emirates NBA Cup games, are on sale now. Come join us for all the excitement in the Smoothie King Center, where the best fans in the NBA create an incredible experience at every single game. Purchase your tickets now at Pelicans.com.
Bobby Hebert, Cajun Cannon here. It's Rouse's Markets truckload sale. USDA grade A boneless skinless chicken breasts are $1.96 a pound, save $2.53 a pound. Get a 3-pound bag of US #1 Mountain King russet potatoes for $1.49, and a 3-pound bag of US #1 yellow onions for $1.99. Baby back pork ribs are $1.97 a pound, save $3.02 a pound. And fresh California grown yellow peaches or nectarines are $1.47 a pound, save $2.52 a pound during the truckload sale at Rouse's Market.
Finding the perfect way to say, "Will you marry me?" Hard. Finding a diamond engagement ring that will leave her speechless? Easy. Just head over to Oak Heart Jewelers. Our dedicated staff will help you choose an engagement ring that is truly one of a kind. And here's the thing that surprises everyone. Oak Heart's exquisite handcrafted diamond engagement rings designed by our award-winning master craftsmen can actually cost you less. There's a great work of art in every box from Oak Heart on Metairie Road.
Entergy New Orleans is strengthening our power grid. From the CBD to New Orleans East, Uptown to Bywater. Our blueprint covers the city with hundreds of projects. We're investing in and reinforcing infrastructure now to prepare for stronger storms to come and to reduce outages and the cost of storm damages. We're making stronger connections in every community because together we power life.
Drew Brees here. The B1 Bank first half breakdown coming to you after this.
Like the Saints? Like us on Facebook. WWL Radio. Time now for the Rouse's Markets halftime show. Shop Rouse's, the official supermarket of the Saints, on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network. Here's Steve Geller.
Time for the B1 breakdown of the first half, presented by B1 Bank, banking anytime, anywhere. It is halftime, and the Saints are down 13-7 to the 49ers. Things started out great on the scoring side for the black and gold, though. Second quarter, Taysom Hill would get a 1-yard touchdown, capping off a 16-play, 95-yard drive that took up 8 minutes and 17 seconds of time. The only problem after that, San Francisco 49ers have scored 3 straight possessions after that. Moody would hit a 47-yard field goal, followed by a 24-yarder, And then Josh Dobbs, that guy that was a thorn in the Saints side a year ago with the Minnesota Vikings, got a 1-yard touchdown. He's got 132 yards passing with 25 rushing, total of 157 yards for Dobbs. Right now for the black and gold quarterback, Derek Carr was 7-9, 47 yards passing. Spencer Rattler gone 3 for 3 with 18 yards. He did have a costly fumble, the only turnover in this game, though. That was the B1 breakdown of the first half, presented by B1 Bank. Banking anytime, anywhere. Coming up next, the Cajun Cannon's thoughts on the first half right after this on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Ball is snapped. The quarterback fakes a throw left, hands off right.
Power outages in New Orleans have become as common as wearing black and gold on Sundays. But with Craig's Electrical and Generator Service, you never have to miss a minute of the game due to a power outage. Craig has generators starting at just $149 a month with a 10-year warranty. When the power goes, Craig's comes on, so you never miss a minute of your game.
More Monday Live Football after these words from our sponsor.
Craig's Electrical and Generator Service. Visit CraigsElectrical.com.
Unbeatable mileage from Chevron with Techron unlocks all kinds of unbeatable trips. Like to family dinner the next town over. Or to a family wedding the next town over. Or even to a family reunion over the river and through the woods at Grandma's house. Any drive is worth it to see Grandma. Especially when you can stop along the way for unbeatable cleaning power from Chevron with Techron. Your engine will be thanking you for making the trip. Download the Chevron app now and find unbeatable mileage near you.
CCI Productions is an XL printing, design, fabrication and installation, and finishing company known for their accuracy and precision in branding spaces and events. Let their team of graphic solutions specialists provide you with professional consultation, creative conceptualization, high-quality production, and expert execution. Learn more today at ccIproductions.io. CCI, official partner of the New Orleans Saints.
Saints fans, break the huddle and start your hustle. It's time to get that bag of Tostitos. We're talking about a bag that'll make or break your game day. It's time to swoop up your limited edition Saints Tostitos team bag. Pair your favorite Tostitos chips and dip, wrapped in the Saints colors with a local recipe on the back. These bags won't be free agents forever, though, so blitz that chip and dip aisle and bring home your Tostitos team bag. This season, team up with Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the Saints.
The Powerhouse, reaching 5 states daytime, over 38 at night. WWL.
Welcome back to the Rouse's Market Halftime Show. Shop Rouse's official supermarket of the Saints. San Francisco has a 13-7 lead over the Saints at the half. Bad news is the score right now, Cajun Cannon, but the good positive out of this, at least Derek Carr and the offense had a positive drive that led to a touchdown and a long one.
Positive, I'd say, damn right it was positive. Steve, anytime you go 95 yards, 16 plays, and you eat up 8 minutes, 17 seconds.
That's what you need to see.
No, that's like the poster drive. That means you're dominating. Now, it didn't start out that way.
No, it took a little while to get warmed up.
No, what is this, a 3-and-out game? At the beginning, I'm looking. Now, they didn't start out 3-and-out, but they had a 3rd and 12. I see good pressure by Brian Brzee. They didn't get it. After they had, 2 nice plays, a +5, then a +6, but so they ended up punting. But then we started out false tomorrow. Come on, the first play, you can't get a false start. And then it was 1st and 15. So remember I tell you, 1st and 20, 1st and 15, it's hard to make a first down. So we were 3-and-out, and all of a sudden they were 3-and-out. Then we were 3-and-out. They were 3-and-out. I said, is this the 3-and-out game? But then we go on the long drive. Then we go 16 plays. 95 yards to eat up 8 minutes, 17 seconds. This might be Jamal Williams' best game, preseason, regular season in a Saints uniform. Now, this is a play what they need to do a bunch of times. When he went +15, great blocking on the right side of the line. This they need to show everybody this on film to help their confidence. Trevor Panning, Cesar Ruiz, all of them. It was +15, the right side of the line. Taysom Hill, lead block. It was perfect. It was perfect. Then Taysom Hill, +11. Carr, chunk plays. Think about this. Then Carr to Chris Olave, +19. I forgot, man, we haven't seen, what is this, Drew Brees playing? And, is this like old school Saints offense? Look at this on that drive. When they went 16 plays, 95 yards, plus 15, plus 11, plus 19, plus 7, plus 10. No, that is football where we've been used to for at least a dozen years, and you don't take it for granted. Because when I saw that, I said, well, that is the difference. We're up 7-0 right then. Even to top it off, 4th and goal, 1 yard line run by Taysom Hill. Now, Jordan Mims, it looked like he got in, but his elbow did hit the ground. They kicked the field goal 47 yards and a 24-yarder by Moody. Then now we -1 in a turnover margin. We need to be on the plus side. Spencer Rattler got sacked. He fumbled. You got to hold on the ball. Come on, dude. You have to know he had enough time to throw. You got to live to fight another day. You cannot get stripped at that time. I thought Chase Young never missed a practice in training camp, and he was outstanding in the game today. Now, as far as Joshua Dobbs, we're not his kryptonite for sure. Well, when he plays against the Saints, look what he did for the Vikings and now for the 49ers. Like I was talking with Charlie. Well, we're making him like Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick out there. So hopefully we can bounce back in the second half. But I like that we kind of took command with that 7-0 lead on that long 16-play, 95-yard drive.
That concludes the Rouse's Market Halftime Show. Now going to send things back to the booth for Mike Halls and Deuce McAllister on the call for the second half on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
It's a wrap on the Rouse's Markets Halftime Show. Shop Rouse's, the official supermarket of the Saints. Stick around for the second half on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.
Every moment, every touchdown, every yard is a reason to celebrate. If anyone knows that, Ciroc does. From the tailgate to the touchdown, Ciroc Ultra Premium Vodka makes game day a smooth one. And with flavors that never fumble, man, game day is an instant win. This is Ciroc, made from fine French grapes, made for football. Get Ciroc and Ciroc Vodka Spritz during the next Saints game.
Please drink responsibly. Ciroc Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume, imported from France by Diageo, New York, New York.
Let's get ready for some football. As the official ticket marketplace of the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score 100% verified resale tickets for every Saints game. And even if your plans get broken up, or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Saints.
Drew Brees here. Starting a new business isn't simple, but B1 Bank can help make it uncomplicated. I know I can count on B1 Bank to understand my vision for my business and provide banking solutions personalized to my needs. If you're looking to start or grow your own business, B1 Bank can help establish a seamless plan for future growth. Build a relationship with an accessible bank that truly understands your business needs. Learn more at b1bank.com/business.
Life in Louisiana is a symphony of sound, colors, and movement. Here, we keep our own beat. Sometimes we move slow, sometimes pretty fast. Life is a celebration of moments, big and small, and Blue Cross is here for it all.
Life is always in motion, and sometimes it's unpredictable. That's why it's good to know you can rely on the strength of the cross and protection of the shield. Your card opens the door to a large network of top doctors to care for you.
Life here is simple. It's about front porches and muddy shoes, mosquitoes and barbecues, and everything else in between.
So live life knowing Blue Cross has you covered for the highs and the lows that come your way. Always there. The right card. The right care.
Protect your home or business with the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We tackle tough opponents, giving you a solid defense against pests. Win the battle with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Looking for a heart-thumping career? Get your blood pumping by becoming an EMT. Acadian Ambulance is hiring, and you can become an EMT in just 4 months. Visit nolamedics.com to register today. That's nolamedics.com.
Stream Saints games live on your desktop or laptop at WWL.com. Time for second half adjustments. What can the black and gold do better?
couple things this black and gold team can do better. One is tackle the quarterback. You've got movement by the quarterback. You've got to be able to bring him down. Keeping contained by the defensive ends. They've had a couple of times they could have brought him down and not doing so. Other guys have to step up, taking care of the football. You had one ball that was on the ground from the center, and the other one was a fumble by Spencer Rattler, taking care of the football. And then when you have a chance on third down, making sure that you convert, whether your offense or defense have to do a better job. Ran the ball well the first half, needs to continue to do so the second half.
The Saints will get it to start the second half. Only just a sliver, a corner of the field is still in sunlight, the rest of it in shade. San Francisco leading 13-7 to start the third quarter. Kicking left to right is Jake Moody. And back deep for the Saints, Jordan Mims and James Robinson. Saints had 85 yards running the football, and they had that penalty on the very first offensive play for them, Foster Morrow, but that was it for the first half. The lone penalty for the Saints. The kick by Moody will be brought back on the far side by Robinson. Takes it at the 2, 10, 20, across the 25, still on his feet. He's at the 30 on the far side, right on the number 30. That's where the Saints will start this third quarter, trying to answer since they scored first to lead it 7-0, and then 2 field goals by San Francisco, and then the touchdown by Josh Dobbs.
2 new tackles in. Udo takes over at the right tackle, and I think that should be Kidd at the, number 66 for us is Jesse Davis. No, Jesse Davis at the left tackle, and still Rattler at quarterback.
Under center is Rattler. Toss to Mims, who cuts it back between the numbers and the hash marks on the near side. He'll get a couple of yards. As Mims cut it back, and should he have stayed outside? Deuce, that's where I felt like you were going to go.
He's got to keep it outside, but there is a force guy. Only thing is you've got the backside defensive end that runs you down. I'm going to make that corner have to come up and tackle me if I'm Mims. I'd rather take him on instead of the defensive end on the backside.
2 yards from Mims, 2nd down and 8. Rattler out of the shotgun, takes the snap, stands in the middle of the pocket, now pulls it down, now throws it. Incomplete on the near side, trying to hit the tight end, Kevin Rader, who leapt up and just couldn't bring it down as Spencer stepped up and threw it. Good pressure by Ty McGill.
And right here he goes. It's really the third option, and I don't know.